Hello and welcome to Pursuit of Perfect System. I hope you've been enjoying our Munich high-end show coverage for the 2018 show. Obviously that was a lot of fun, obviously filming those videos, and hope you're enjoying them. I'm just interrupting them because I just want to make sure you don't forget who I am. That's obviously really important to me, and really it's just to give you an update for what's been happening and what's going to be happening with the channel going forward. Now, I don't mind admitting I've been feeling a little bit somber and a little bit blue. I think following the Munich show and how wonderful that was and how much work obviously went into that and is still going into that. But I think more importantly for reviewing in this system is we had a load of really good Audioquest products in the system. If you remember, the Niagara 7000 power conditioner, the Storm, the Thunder power cable and stuff, the Coffee digital cables and the Oak speaker cables. And the system was sounding fantastic with obviously the Luxman products and stuff that we was reviewing, and the YBA, and quite a few products before that, the Mark Levinson and stuff. So to take all that equipment out of the system, head off to Munich, hear all those awesome systems, and then come back, everything's all broken down. I've got to rebuild the system back up from scratch. I think that was making me feel down a little bit, and I don't mind admitting it. I'm a human being and we all go through that stage. So I really needed something to pick me up. I really needed kind of a lift and a boost. And as always, I went down to see Nintronics, the excellent hi-fi and home cinema dealership, and I was having a chat with the guys down there, and they gave me these two puppies, the Luxman C700U preamplifier and the M700U power amplifier. Now this is actually an old friend. If you've been with the channel since the start, or nearly since the start, this was one of the first products I actually reviewed, but I reviewed it on its own. I didn't review it with the preamplifier. So I needed an old friend to come and pick me up, but also something a little bit new at the same time. And now there's a genuine and honest reason why I needed an old friend, and why I needed something that's familiar, and why I needed something that's really high quality. And that's because while I was out in Munich, I bumped into a guy called Jeff Merrigan. Now Jeff Merrigan is actually the managing director of Tellurium, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, Tellurium Q cables. And we had a really good chat while I was out there. And having been me personally, I love trying out different cables. I'm really interested by the effects that they have on a hi-fi system. So in speaking to him, we got chatting, and he has sent me these. Hopefully you can see these. These are just two boxes. There's nothing inside. Only kidding. Inside one of these boxes we have the Tellurium Q black speaker cables, the original black speaker cables, the award-winning and very popular black speaker cables. Now, I don't know if you know Tellurium Q, but not long ago they actually brought out the black 2 speaker cables, and he's sent me the black 1 and the black 2s to compare and do a comparison between the two. Now stuff like that is right up my street, and I actually can't wait, A, to listen to these cables, and B, to do a comparison obviously like that. And I think it'll be really useful to you guys at home, because if you've got the black ones, you're going to hear the difference in the effects the black 2 might have on this system, which means it's going to have, I'm sure, a very, very similar effects on your system at home. And if you're not familiar with Tellurium Q cables, then we're going to be talking about them, we're going to be looking at them in more detail, and we're actually going to be looking at a few more of them, which I'll talk about in a second. But Tellurium Q is quite a unique company in a sense. They've not been going a huge amount of time. Now most companies in the hi-fi industry massively predate me in terms of things like Luxman, for example. I've been around like 100 years, and I think Tellurium Q are just coming up to their 10th or 10-year anniversary. So I've been around obviously that long, and I actually remember that the company coming onto the scene, seeing their products, having a little listen and a little play with some blacks. But it's a company I've had a keen eye on, and I've been really interested to try their products, and I've seen that the product range grow and develop over time. I've seen quite a few different flagship products be produced by them and sold, and you can't help but see all the awards that they win in the press, and some of the other business type awards that they've won recently. So a company with that type of heritage built in that short space of time has got to be of interest. It's got to be of interest to any hi-fi or AV enthusiast. And looking at the range of products, they break the range down into 3 different sections. They call it a matrix. You've got the blue, you've got the black, and you've got the silver. Now we'll look into that in a little bit more detail once I get a bit more familiar with the brand myself and the products and stuff. But looking at the website, we can see that the blue range is to give maybe more of a warmer sound, and then we've got the silver range, which is to give more of a what people would call a stereotypical silver sound, very detailed, very transparent, but they make a point to say no harshness and no glare, i.e. the benefits of silver without the negatives of the associated stereotypes of silver. And that gives us with the black, and the black seems to go straight down the middle, very organic, very natural, very open, and very detailed with great resolution. So that is right up my street. You know, that seems like the perfect type of cable to work in this system and the sort of sound that I would like. So yeah, we've got the black coming up, black versus the black 2 comparison videos, and as always we'll do some recordings so we get to hear the system with one and the other, and I'll talk about, you know, what I experience between the 1 and the 2. Now, if you think we've got 2 products here, we've got a preamplifier and we've got a power amplifier, and I've thought to myself, well, surely we really need to link those 2 together with some Tellurium Q cables. So the guys at Nintronics came up trumps once more. Here I have some Tellurium Q ultra black balanced cables, balanced interconnect cables. So that is absolutely perfect for connecting the Luxman C700U preamplifier with the M700U power amplifier. That couldn't be any more perfect, could it? So that is ideal. So I'll be able to put these in the system and let you know what these are like and what the system's like with, you know, more Tellurium Q cables in the system. But you know me, I don't do things by halves. And again, the guys down in Nintronics always look after me, and I've got something even more impressive just down here. Wait 1 second. Inside this really nice box, actually I really like the packaging from Tellurium Q. It's understated, but it's really nice. It feels quality. Don't know if you probably won't be able to see it from the camera there. Now this is a brand new pair of black diamond speaker cables, Tellurium Q Black Diamond. That is the top of the range for the Black Series speaker cables. Now for me, if I'm going to try any speaker cables out, give me the best ones. They're the ones I want to be listening to, because I want to hear what the company's got. You know, what is the best that they can produce, and what does it sound like in this system, what is the effects. Because once you've heard the best, you get a true feel for what the company does. Now these are not actually the best. The company has got a statement range, which is the real kind of top of the range cables. Probably this system, as good as it is, probably doesn't justify those. However, I'd still love to try them. But for me, I've got a set here of black diamond speaker cables. I cannot wait to listen to these. That's going to be a real treat. So that's what we've got coming up. We've got a whole series looking at the Luxman pre and power combination. I already know how great this bad boy is, but obviously how does it marry up with the existing preamplifier and a pre and power combination? The last pre and power combination I had in here was a YBA pre and power from the Passion range. That was a fantastic combination. But for me, if you follow the channel, you know how much I love Luxman, and you'll know how much I love this amplifier. This is a seriously good amp, so that's going to be really exciting. But it goes even further. Wait there. Going to be doing an unboxing. Right then. Don't know if you can see that, but inside this lovely package from Amazon, and there'll be a link in the description down below. Now this is the hybrid CD and SA CD from the album or the music that was played quite a lot at the Munich show. There was, I think, a composer, or maybe the chap who did all the recordings or whatever. If you watch the Nagra room, he was actually there. He was listening to his own recordings on that seriously premium Nagra system with the Wilson Audio Alexia speakers. As a seriously impressive system. And he was there, he was listening to his own recording, and in the end they took some photos of him and stuff, which obviously you'll be seeing up here now. So this is that album with that music on it. And at the time I was so busy filming and working, I wasn't really paying attention, but monitoring that video back, the music in that was absolutely brilliant. So I can't wait to listen to this album, obviously through the system with these components. But it goes even further. If you followed the Chord Cutest series, you'll know that that is now the reference DAC that we've been using in the system. I can't see us changing that for the foreseeable future, although now Chord have announced the Hugo TT2. Oh, but damn it, they just had to do that at this time. But to be honest, the performance we've been getting from the Cutest with the Jcat linear power supply has been absolutely stellar. So that is obviously staying for the time being. But we was using a bit of a concoction cable to power it. We was using a phone charging cable, then an adapter, which meant you had to plug into the Type-C input on the linear power supply, which worked okay, but it wasn't massively secure. You'd only have to touch that and that would fall out the back of the power supply and stuff. So I wasn't feeling that comfortable about it. And to me, you know, if you're going to do things, you've got to do things properly. So I had a custom cable made. This is made by a company called PPA Studio, company in China. This is a dedicated, what I would call a more of an audio type cable, good quality conductors, well made, and it's an XLR to the micro type B. So this is literally no connectors, no adapters or anything. This is just going to power our Qtist. So that's got to be better than what we was using. So we might even get more performance from the Cord Qtist yet. But even that is not where it finishes. Inside this lovely golden box, which I'll just slide open and pop open here, is a product from Jcat. Now Jcat is the components side or the hardware side of Jplay. Now Jplay forms really the heart of our audio PC, which is our dedicated transport, music server and dedicated digital transport. Now this is the Jcat reference serial ATA cable. And I'm already using a Jcat serial ATA cable in there from a few years ago, and this is supposedly a massively improved design. So the box and the lid's got to come off that, but even that's going to go one stage further. I've actually invested there. Before I went to Munich, I was planning on doing a little upgrade to the audio PC because Jcat had some products out that I really wanted to try. So I bought some and made an agreement with the guys that I would review the products. Now in order to review the products, I actually need a bigger chassis. That chassis, the audio piece actually is just too small, it's just too slimline. So I've bought a new case. I've bought this serial ATA cable. I've bought the big Jcat 400 watt linear power supply, and I've bought that because it's got certain aspects to its design which will be an improvement to what I'm already using. And I've got the Jcat Femto network card, which Jcat say not only does that improve network orientated music, i.e. streamed music, Tidal, Qobuz or whatever, apparently it even improves the sound of locally stored music, i.e. music on an internal hard drive or an SSD. So that is going to be another whole review series coming soon. Now on top of that, I'm actually going to do a video series for how I build the audio PC, just what's inside it, just what makes it that little bit different and that little bit special, and I'll be doing a whole series on that. So there's so much great stuff coming that I'm now buzzing, cheered up. I've got the energy and the drive back to get stuck back in to making videos. So I've got to be honest, I just can't wait to be listening to these things. We've got all these awesome Tellurium Q cables to put in the system, got these awesome products to all rig up and put back in, and then we've got the audio PC rebuild to do. Let's not forget, we've still got the ISO Acoustics Gaia 2 speaker isolators under the KEF reference free speakers, which we're now going to get to hear just what the speakers are capable of on much better quality equipment than what we had recently. We had obviously the Luxman 505 UX, but now we've got the bad boy 700U amplifier and obviously dedicated preamplifier, so we should be getting much higher performance sound than we've had before from the system. Or we'll see. That'll be an interesting one. How does this pre and power combination stack up against the 509X integrated, because that's a special integrated. So if this can get us better sound than that, then that's going to be exciting stuff. And we've got all the cables comparisons, the Tellurium Q Black versus the Black 2, and then we're going to put the Black Diamond speaker cables in and have a good listen to those. They're going to take a bit of time because they're going to need some hours putting on them before we can critically assess them. So there's so much going to be going on now behind the scenes for the channel, and while that's all going on and I'm making all the videos and I'm filming it all, ready for it all to go live, I've got loads more Munich high-end show 2018 videos to be creating and putting live. So there's loads of stuff coming for the channel. It's really exciting for me. I'm pumped up, really looking forward to it, and you should be looking forward to it too, because there's going to be some fantastic content coming soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, this is just to give you a bit of an insight into what's coming. Obviously I haven't given you an update for a while, and yeah, I'll be seeing you soon. Make sure you thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. Obviously if you hate it, don't forget you can thumbs it down as well. Please visit our website. There's obviously some new stuff going on there. We need to get some more updates on there, but doing the best we can with that. And I'll be seeing you soon. Take care. Oh, one thing just before. Don't forget, we're still running the Audioquest DragonFly Red giveaway competition. Details in this video linked up here. So we're doing that, and there'll be a draw coming for that in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, there's so much going on, so much to go on. I can't wait. So I'll be seeing you soon. Take care.